Hello, Rob Einhardt. I have decided to use prosthetics as the design that I think has changed or made an impact in the world today for many of people, and so I would like to share that with you. So after researching prosthetics, I learned that some of the first prosthetics were designed 600 to 900 years before Christ. Archaeologists actually discovered mummies, not many, but some had wooden toes, maybe wooden fingers, just little things that I think were clever for people back in that time to come up with to use as a filler for lost limbs or amputated limbs. Nowadays, I mean, over the years, prosthetics have become more advanced in technology, and they've stuck with us since the beginning of that time, and just constantly have improved since then. What's nice is we have such amazing technology now that the mix of scientists, product designers, and engineers have come up with prosthetics that have like electronic pulse sensors that can read, nerve endings, signals from the brain, and we constantly are pushing the envelope for prosthetics for people who need them, so they can carry out, actions in their daily lives. So it's become a great thing for the world as a whole. So here's a list of why I think that prosthetics or the design of prosthetics has helped people in a big way. And here's a list, and I'm going to dive in here in these next slides. The first reason I think, and most people obviously think when they think prosthetics, is veterans. We have veterans who pay the ultimate price for our freedom, and we thank them for that. And what better way to care for our veterans who come back, with missing arms and legs, than still providing them with a way of life that still allows them to be active and do things that they've wanted to do, even when they come back from war. So this is big. Wounded Warrior Project is a big project that allows amputees to receive these prosthetics, and it's really helped. And you can see a lot of stories and great testimonies on their website about these veterans who just have hope again about doing things that they couldn't do before. So underlying conditions is unfortunately something that us as Americans deal with quite a bit, and I'm sure other countries. We have a lot of access to fast food restaurants and unhealthy foods that we take for granted, and sometimes with that consequences are people are diagnosed with diabetes and other issues. So, but with that, it's not like you have to be confined to a wheelchair or other things, because we have prosthetics, and prosthetics can help those who struggle with diabetic issues, who have had a limb amputated for that reason. And so these are one of the reasons that prosthetics and the design of prosthetics has helped people, not just veterans, but people who have underlying conditions. Another reason prosthetics or the design of prosthetics has helped is people who like to stay active. Just because you're limited to maybe one leg doesn't mean you can't stop riding a bike. And you know, fortunately, prosthetics or the design of prosthetics have helped people um, be able to be active again. And this is great for the community. This is great for the world, and it allows people to continue to do what they love to do before a limb was amputated. So, um, having that option is another impact in why the design of prosthetics has helped. A lot of people think Paralympics. This is a way prosthetics has helped people compete. The design of them has been more sleek. You can see here in this photo that there's track grips on the bottom, or track spikes. We've found different ways to make use of prosthetics, not just in normal daily living, but just also for competing in sports and events. So this has become popular and has helped uh, shaped the way we do things in sporting events now. So people with disabilities who maybe from, I don't know, disease or from an accident that has happened, a tragic accident where someone had to lose a limb from an arm or hand or leg or foot. Prosthetics have become a staple to fix that issue and help people rebound from what they were struggling with when they had to amputate a limb. And you know, it just goes to show how much the design of prosthetics has helped us as a whole in all sorts of ways. Not just daily living, but also sports, um, competing, veterans who come back a little more damaged than they went in. And so this is another good reason why prosthetics has been very impactful in our world. So I just want to conclude this that prosthetics is has been a design that has really helped people shape the way they live and how they do things. It has kept them doing what they were doing before they had to amputate a limb, and it's given them hope. So I think this is the reason why prosthetics as a whole is a wonderful design that has really impacted the world and done wonderful things for people. It allows them to live a normal and happy life, and it helps them gain confidence in themselves by staying on their feet or being able to cook with their hands and arms if they still, with whatever they do. Prosthetics has allowed people to do so, and so I think it's just wonderful what our scientists, designers, and engineers are doing to help make prosthetics more advanced for people to not worry about the consequences or worry about how they're going to be able to carry out a normal life once having to amputate a limb. So I guess kudos to them, and I think this is the reason for the design of prosthetics to have made an impact now and continue to make an impact in our future.